compare it to maybe the past, maybe where you've come from?
We were very stagnant for, I would say, the last 10 years. We had someone in place in the management team that had different views than we had a different vision. We decided in the last 2 years to take a different approach. He has now left our credit union. And we are very excited that we're moving forward with a different vision. The credit union is growing. We are 85% loaned out. We do not do indirect lending. We do not do commercial lending or business loans. So that is primarily our membership that we are lending to, just specific membership. We started with SEG groups, and we have ventured out to a community charter. So we were doing a lot of investing in the past, and we decided that we were no longer going to invest in, with our investing company, we were going to invest in our members. So we took a different approach all the way around. We stopped worrying about our ROA.
How did that affect your communications? I'm off script now. So.
What do you mean by that?
So in terms of what you were explaining, sort of your reasons to buy or your reasons to come to see you guys in Roanoke Valley, did that sort of change the messaging to some degree? I'm assuming there was a strategic shift in the creative because you're now free to do some things you weren't able to do before, it sounds like.
Right. Well, we have gotten more involved in the community. We have also been working with the marketing company to rebrand and start a different outlook on what Roanoke Valley Community Credit Union truly is, because we were lost, I think, in a lot of different ways. I think that our employees are energetic, are more focused, and more driven. We have had some coaching with them, and with the past and the image we were portraying, it actually showed with our employees. They were just there to work 8 hours and to do a job and get paid every Tuesday and move on the way. And so we have put a lot of enthusiasm and time into that so that we can, again, change our image, change our brand, change who we are, truly who we are.
Can you talk a little bit about YMC's role in that, or did they play a role in helping you do that?
We've been with YMC for about 7 years, and primarily when we got involved with YMC, it was to assist us with our website. After we talked more with them, we saw what they could bring to the table. I have been in marketing several times with other ventures in my past and decided that YMC was the group we needed to work with in multiple areas. Again, the last 24 months, we have looked at them as part of our group, part of our management team, I guess you would say. We can, talk to them and say, what do you think about this? Or is this taking us in the wrong direction? Could this be the right direction? And they're very honest and upfront with us and say, don't do that. That's not going to work. Or I think that's a great idea, but what if we play it this way rather than the way that you guys are thinking? And they're very open-minded. And that's what we were looking for as well with our image. We have to be open-minded to build these new relationships with a younger group. I come from the older group, and it's very difficult for me at times. But we have to build on the younger group and what their needs are for financial needs as far as loans and savings.
has YMCA helped you find more segments to do that, or helped you target some of your messaging to the younger audiences?
Absolutely. We are, like I said, we're doing a rebranding. We're doing a star campaign right now because our logo has the star in it. And so, yes, they have definitely helped us work towards our goal. Even with our new system, we were doing a system conversion. They are assisting us with that and helping us understand, I guess, how we can intermingle that with our new system. The system we currently have is very antiquated, and as far as analytics, we can't pull any type of reports. The new system is going to be 100% different and going to offer us a lot of options as far as marketing and pulling analytical reports based on the credit report as well. So hopefully your marketing group can come in and take those reports and even build more.
It's a good opportunity there.
It's a great opportunity.
Hopefully I'll be helping them with that.
It's a great opportunity.
Let me see if I got anything that might, you've done an amazing job. This is fantastic. What's your favorite idea that YMCA's ever had, or creative, or what work that they've done?
I think it's the rebranding. I think that's what's going to make us in the future. We've just started that. We're in the beginning stages of it, but we're making changes all the way around, from our building image to our logo to rebranding. So we started with rebranding, and we're going to move forward with those other things. So I think that has made more of an impact on us. I think also knowing that I can pick the phone up and call someone, whether it be Frank or Rob, or, you know, when we were struggling, I got an email from Bo that said, hey, keep your head up. Things are going to go better. It's going to get better. And that meant a lot to me. You don't get that normally. You don't have someone in his position reach out to you and give you support that we needed in a really hard time right now.
I have to throw it here. Bo's been a good friend of mine for a while, and he's done the same thing for me even when I was a competitor to him.
It was amazing. I mean, we were struggling. We had a CEO who left, and we had no succession plan in place. And I think that was happening for a reason. And so we were in major turmoil of where we were going to go from here. And Bo said, look, you guys can do this. I have, you know, you need something, you reach out to us. You know Frank can get in touch with you. Anytime you have any issues, just reach out to us. And we didn't have that type of support from people that we should have had that type of support from. So it meant a lot to me.
It's perspective. It's their ability to put themselves in your shoes, and that I think is the greatest asset that any agency could ever have.
Absolutely.
It's rare. It's pretty rare.
He's true to what he says is what he. I always say my motto is say what you mean and mean what you say, and I think Bo is like that. I think the people that Bo is working with now, it's strange. I feel like sometimes he handpicks those people for a reason, and those people all feel the same way he feels, and that's hard to do. I mean, I work in an environment with 30 employees just in my office, and I don't know that they have the same value or the same viewpoint as I have as far as the membership. But I think Bo has handpicked those employees for a reason, and he's done a great job with that.
Totally agree. You've done a great job. One last question. Is there anything I didn't ask you you thought I should ask?
I don't think so. You've done a great job.
You almost made me tear up when you were talking about Bo. I said, yeah, you guys helped me out a lot. This is great. And congratulations on what you guys are doing. I totally understand about getting the right people in the right places.
Oh, we're so excited.
How much brighter the future looks when you now don't have the boat anchor holding you down.
Well, we are the first credit union, and because of my age, I was worried because I'm 62, and I said, I want to see this credit union thrive. I don't want to see one of the largest credit unions in our area has merged with another credit union out of Richmond, Virginia that is 3 times the size that they are, and that scares the daylights out of me. But we needed a strong succession plan as far as the management team because I knew my days were numbered. So we went to our board and said, we want to be the CFO, and myself wanted to be, I was the vice president, co-CEOs. So we are co-CEOs, and our board was so reluctant in the beginning because they said, this is not going to work. I cannot wait for the first hiccup. And then the board, we had a board meeting actually at our planning session, and they said, one of the board of directors said, I wasn't sure how this was going to work, and I really wasn't for this, but it's working, and it's working well. And
You get the right team together.
and we don't always agree, but we sit down and we discuss it. She tells me her side, and I tell her my side, and we pull the other management team players in and say, what is your viewpoint on this?
There's no point in hiding. You know?
No,
I've seen so many times. I used to run First Union Bank, but their advertising. The people would come into meetings with agendas, and they would not say things that you knew they were thinking. And you're
Right.
like, the work is going to suffer because we're not talking here. You
Well,
have to play mediator at the table.
Lauren and myself are only 2 opinions. You know, when you have 8 opinions in the pot, you get so much more
Right.
out of that.
That's what I mean when people say diversity. That's what I mean diversity. You just have different perspectives. You come from different places, and you understand the world in a slightly different way. And probably in the middle is something that's going to